Hi, my name is Muhammad Afrizidin bin Mohammed and I'm from Polytechnic Sultan Azlan Shah Malaysia. And today I will talk about data acquisition and telemetry. So, let's go. So, first I will talk about telemetry and now I will explain a little bit about principle of telemetry. So the telemetry system are special set of communication system. Telemetry system are used to collect data at a place that remote or inconvenient and to relay the data to a point where the data may be evaluated. Typically, telemetry systems are used in the testing of moving vehicles such as cars, aircraft, and missiles. So next is I will explain about five elements in analog data acquisition. So first is a transducer. So the transducer is used to convert physical quantities into electrical signal. And second, elements in signal conditioner. So signal conditioner is to perform the function like amplification and selection of desired portion of the signal. And the element is display device. It displays the input signals for monitoring purpose. And the fourth is graphic recording instruments. This can be used to make the record of input data permanently. And the last of the element in the analog acquisition is magnetic tape instrumentation. So this tape is used for acquiring, storing, and reproducing of input data. So right now I will identify three elements that will affect the auxiliary equipment and system programmer of digital data acquisition and explain the function of each element. Okay, the first element is digital recorder. So the function of the digital recorder is to record digital information on punch card, perforated paper tape, magnetic tape, typewriter pages, or a combination of system. So the digital recorder may be preceded by a couple units that translate digital information to the proper form for entry into the particular digital recorder selected. Okay, the second element is analog to digital converter. So the function is to convert the analog voltage to its equivalent digital form. The output of the AD converter may be displayed visually and also available as voltage outputs in the discrete step for further processing or recording on a digital recorder. Okay, the last element and the third element is scanner or multiplexer. So the function is it accepts multiple analog inputs and sequentially connects them to one measuring instrument. Right now, I will explain about concept of multiplexer and demultiplexer. So I will go through multiplexer first. So the multiplexer means many into one. So a multiplexer is a circuit used to select and route any of the several input signal. For an example of a non-electronic circuit of a multiplexer is single pole multi-position switch. Multi-position switch are widely used in many electronic circuits. However, circuits that operate at high speed require the multiplexer to be automatically selected. A mechanical switch cannot perform this task satisfactorily. Therefore, multiplexer used to perform high-speed switching are construct of electronic components. Multiplexer handle two types of data, analog and digital. For analog application, multiplexer are built of relay and transistor switch. For digital application, they are built from standard logic gates. So the multiplexer used for digital application also called digital multiplexer. So digital multiplexer is a circuit with many input but only one output. By applying control signal, we can steer any output to the output. So So now I will explain about a demultiplexer. So a demultiplexer, also known as a demux or data distributor. So a demultiplexer is a circuit which can distribute or deliver multiple outputs from a single input. It can perform as single input but many output switch. The output lines of the multiplexer are in n number. So we select the line number is m and n is equal to 2m. The control signal of select input code decides the output line which the input has to be transmitted. The demux can also perform as a binary decimal decoder. For this, the data input line should be at logic first level and the binary input is given to the select input lines. The corresponding line will give the input. So in the designing of multiple combinational circuits, the circuits is really useful. Now I will talk about characteristic between frequency division multiplexing and time division multiplexing. So first I will go through about frequency division multiplexing characteristic. So in telecommunication, frequency division multiplexing is a technique by which the total bandwidth available in a communication medium is divided into a series of non-overlapping frequency bands. So each of is used to carry a separate signal. So the second characteristic is this transmission allow a single transmission medium such as a cable or optical cable to be shared by multiple independent signal. So another use is to carry separate serial bits of segment of a higher rate signal in parallel. So the most natural example of frequency division multiplexing is like radio, television and broadcasting, in which multiple radio signals at different frequency pass through the air at the same time. So another example is cable television, so which many television channels are carried simultaneously on a single cable. So FDM is also used by telephone system by transmit multiple telephone calls through high capacity trunk lines. So communication satellites is to transmit multiple channels of data on uplink and downlink radio beams and broadband to transmit large amount of computer data through twist pair phone lines, among many other use. So the analogous technique called wavelength division multiplexing is used in fiber optic communication, in which multiple channels of data are transmitted over a single optical fiber using different wavelength. Next is I will talk about characteristic of time division multiplexing. So first, time division multiplexing is a method of transmitting and receiving independent signal over a common signal by means of synchronized switch at each end of the transmission line. And the second, the signal appears on the line only a fraction of time in a alternating pattern. So the third characteristic is it is a communication process that transmit two or more signals or analog signals over a common channel. Next, the characteristic of time division multiplexing, it is used when the bit rate of the transmission medium exceeds that the signal to be transmitted. And the last characteristic of time division multiplexing is this form of signal multiplexing in developed telecommunication for telegraphy system. The best method to transmit the digital information is frequency division multiplexing, FDM, because this frequency division multiplexing is very suitable for transmit digital information.
Mille pipes, jou jou jou, jou jou jou. Mille pipes, ach, как вкусно, ням